What's good, everybody? This your boy D Money. We on another episode of Drip Talk. We gonna stem from last episode where we talked about the origins of hip hop fashion, and we're gonna start talking about the hip hop fashion brands of the '90s. So make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel. Make sure that you share with your friends and family, and make sure that you stay tuned to catch all these gems of hip hop fashion. So stay tuned. During this commercial break, I'll be right back with you.
What's good, everybody? This your boy D Money. Just to let y'all know about our new tracksuit, sweatsuit sale. 25% off on everything available in our shop right now. So make sure that you go ahead, hit that, website in the bio. Check out what we got going on in our brand apparel section, our other collections as well too, and take advantage of the 25% off and start living like royalty. Appreciate y'all. Keep visualizing y'all purpose. I'm out.
All right, y'all. So we back with it now. The first fashion brand that definitely inspired me and was one of the top fashion brands in the '90s was Karl Kani. His fashion brand was founded in Brooklyn, New York in 1989. Karl Kani is the original streetwear brand that started from the hip hop urban scene, born from a blend of music, culture, and fashion, created to be worn for a lifetime. Every style is unique, timeless, and original. Recognized worldwide, being worn by superstar NBA players, including Tupac Shakur, Biggie Smalls, Wu-Tang Clan, Nas, Michael Jackson. Even now, Gorilla, Quavo, YG, G Herbo, Pop Smoke, Dave Chappelle, Derek Fisher, Karl Malone, and many more. Karl Kani was he started by applying his signature style to impress a list of collaborators, including Stranger Things, Pretty Little Things, Eludes, and more. Since 1989, Karl Kani has expanded internationally, being sold in over 31 plus countries, including, of course, the United States. But today, Karl Kani is rebuilding that $100 million brand by inviting you to discover your own style and originality. He launched everything, with hip hop fashion, inspired, by the music and, blending it, with fashion and, designing clothes that appeal to a larger public, including his friends and celebrities from his hometown. He had, 3 affiliate companies attached to his brand. That was Karl Kani Infinity, Big and Tall, and, Karl Kani Ladies. Of course, like I said, he was known worldwide. He was known with the biggest stars, of the black community, of the hip hop culture, He definitely, made waves, and, he even had points of struggle, just because, just like all, forms of fashion, it had its shift in time. But, like I said, he still remained worldwide, renowned, and, So he's still around and rebuilding that brand to $100 million brand, and, still making waves. So definitely, check out Karl Kani and, the more history, in detail about his brand. The next one is FUBU, For Us, By Us, by, Damon John. FUBU is an American hip hop apparel company. FUBU stands for, of course, just like I said, For Us, By Us, and was created with the founders brainstorming, for a catchy 4-letter word following, other big brands like Coke and Nike. It, includes casual wear, sportswear, a suit collection, eyewear, belts, fragrances, and shoes. Its timeline stems all the way back to, 1992. The brand's founders, 4 friends, started the brand FUBU, as a hat company, with the vision of creating sportswear made by, people who wore it. You feel what I'm saying? Early 2000s, even though it had its ups and downs, it definitely had a lot of collaborations, like with companies like Century 21, They even, launched, a comeback in, I think it was 2008, 2009, where they, started to make, different types of clothes, shoes, and more. They even, just dropped a, eyewear collection in 2020. So they're definitely making a comeback, and they definitely have a lot of different, partnerships and collaborations that they've done over the years. So, you definitely got to show respect to, the brand and, what they've done so far, and, definitely tap in. One of the other brands that, I grew up on was, Academics. It's definitely started off initially being misspelled as, of course, Academics with a C. But, of course, it's got the K in that joint. It's an American, streetwear brand, popular with devotees of, hip-hop music, art, and fashion. The label was founded by 2 brothers, Dewan and Emmett Harrell, along with, a group of partners. Academics is one of the brands that came, to prominence early in the days of streetwear, before it was, widespread and, well-respected. Academics helped forge a lane that many other brands, will later follow in the, effort of creating a fashion genre, now beloved, all over the world. They managed to, build quietly, following, their quest of, creating a brand that both looked good and was accessible to the demographic who wasn't able to afford some of the more expensive pieces of, luxury brands. But over the years, Academic has faded into, obscurity. And, of course, what that means is, they disappeared. And, that's just the, times of the trends. Also, how fashion has, evolved in some ways, looking more preppy and, having a more athletic look. It's kind of more mainstream now. So, it happens to, those smaller, I guess you wouldn't say they're a small brand because they were pretty big, but at the same time, some brands fall off. Another brand that was big during my time was Phat Farm. Of course, it was founded by Russell Simmons back in 1992. Phat Farm was known for its bold and colorful designs that, married that classic preppy style with hip hop culture. The brand was, initially a men's clothing line and sold clothes items such as t-shirts, jackets, and jeans. The brand's early success was, attributed to the association with the hip hop culture and, of course, Russell Simmons, which, was growing in popularity at the time. But Phat Farm became a recognizable name in urban fashion and expanded in product offerings to include women's clothes as well, Baby Phat. But, in 2004, Phat Farm itself was sold to, another company, Kellwood Company, for a reported $140 million. So, yeah, it's not owned by black culture anymore, but at the same time, it was pretty dope. I wouldn't say people was buying the sneakers like that, but the other, apparel that they had was definitely fire in some respects. So, it is what it is. I wouldn't say, I bought everything from that joint, but, I had some pieces from there and it was definitely, lit. Last but not least, but one of the, prominent, I guess you could say, hip-hop fashion brands, clothing brands in the late 80s, early 90s was Cross Colors. Cross Colors was a clothing brand launched in, 1989 by Carl Jones, launched on the premise of producing clothes without prejudice. Helped, establish a fashion market based around black youth. The clothing was used to broadcast political and social messages. Cross Colors was the brainchild of Carl Jones, the entrepreneur who studied fashion at Otis Parsons School of Design and Trade Technical College in Los Angeles. Then worked in various fashion enterprises before starting his own t-shirt company. He eventually started a company called, Surf Fetish, which rode the wave of, beachwear trends. He also hired, Thomas Walker, a graphic designer who would eventually become the vice president of Cross Colors. Jones, for Cross Colors was a way to broadcast, political messages and social messages such as, denouncing gangs and calling for, racial unity to the black African, American community. Eventually, other, communities also started wearing the clothes. The label was, known for, baseball caps, baggy jeans, message-bearing t-shirts, to prove influential and also introducing such future designers as Carl Caney. So, all these clothing brands that you seen in the 90s all had connections to each other, all, worked with each other in some way, shape, or form. All had, some type of tie where, either designers came up with each other or, work with each other within the community. It was more unity back then than it is now with these fashion brands. More of these collaborations is more just to, tap into somebody else's community, just trying to use the one brand, is I guess, value for themselves. So, it's a lot different. It's a whole different game now, but we definitely need to start bringing back, these urban legends, I guess you could say, as far as in the fashion industry. And also, we also need to support them in strong, unity. You feel me? So definitely tap in with them. Definitely check them out. Definitely check us out as well, too. Make sure that y'all like and share, this episode with your friends and family. Hope to catch y'all on our next episode of Drip Talk. And also make sure you tap in with our A Lot of Fashion podcast that we have every 2 Sundays at 10 a.m. And, get those business gems that you might need for your brand or business. And also catch, the business professionals that hop on the podcast as well, too. So keep visualizing. Check out our website for all of our brand apparel and new,